Raw was on last night.
The boys.
And Vince McMahon went after Stan Kroenke.
Kroenke.
Well, we had called this one so early in the game.
Well, the only reason we're following the story is because Sam got an exclusive interview with Vince McMahon.
Did you?
Because no one else wanted to talk to him about this dumb thing he's involved with.
There was a big press conference, and all the New York papers were there, and the Associated Press was there, and there were cameras and everything.
Sam.
And I was there too.
Yeah.
And he talked to you over everybody else, right?
Well, yes.
And what was the beef again? The Nuggets needed their own arena for an NBA playoff game, and
yes,
and Vince had it scheduled for a wrestling match, and Jimmy's line. Did you hear it in the intro? I can't do it justice. Where there's real problems going on in the world, and they're fighting over. Whether to throw a ball through a hoop or do a wrestling match.
Well, I mean, he legally had the arena for the wrestling match.
Right.
So how it ended, even though he was scheduled, he had to leave. He had to leave town.
Yeah.
And find another place to do his Raw, so he went to L.A.
It's right in the Lakers Stadium.
And obviously the Nuggets and the Lakers are playing in the playoffs, so this is a little slap in the face to Kroenke. And everybody in Denver, right?
That's right. A little stick it to you.
Ah.
So Vince
didn't see this coming.
Yeah, Vince didn't stop there. He really decided to rub it in during Monday Night Raw last night, right?
We just knew.
Yes. The opening of Raw had Stan Kroenke coming out.
Why was he there?
I guess he was there for Raw because
Why would he take the abuse?
In the front row, just like a Lakers game or something, was Jack Nicholson and the NBA commissioner and one other guy from the NBA all sitting next to each other on Raw.
How is that possible? I don't know.
But yeah, Stan Kroenke came out, and Vince McMahon decided to come out and tell him face-to-face exactly what he thought.
Face-to-face.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm announcing the formation of a new professional basketball league. This league will rival that of the NBA, National Basketball Association. This league of mine will be known as the XBA.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Unfortunately, however, this league will be a miserable, total failure. And the reason for that is because I'm going to have you and your staff run it.
Ooh.
How dare you, sir?
That's Stan Kroenke.
Oh, that was Stan Kroenke.
Yes.
Saying, how dare you, sir? That was his big contribution.
These would be great jokes if anyone remembered the XFL.
Just a bunch of kids in the audience.
It's like the kids weren't even born yet. They're 12 years old.
I remember.
What are you referencing here, Mr. McMahon?
Now, was Stan and the rest of the guys there? Were they big gentlemen in suits? Probably. Were they muscular, like perhaps wrestlers?
Stan Kroenke did appear. I mean, beyond his salt and pepper hair and mustache, he did appear to have a somewhat youthful face under it.
Right.
Which was surprising.
Right.
I think the video is on WWE.com.
Oh, no.
Why are you cutting my hair, Aunt?
What the fuck did we do?
I don't know what this was.
What is this?
What is that?
You're in the living room in a purple, what are they put over you when they cut your hair?
Oh, that must have been makeup time for XFL, right?
How about we lose that video?
Wow. No, that's on the internet for good.
It's bad enough we're showing videos from 11, 12 years ago, but the XFL stuff could be that stuff could stay buried forever.
Pretty bad.
Vince reveals what the E in Kroenke's name stands for.
Remember, he was making fun of his name so much.
No one remembers, Sam. The only one that gave us crap about this was Vince
Why would
McMahon.
anyone remember?
Kroenke and all that stuff, and he said his name was E. Stan Kroenke, and he didn't trust anybody. He revealed what the E stood for.
Oh.
Let's talk about your name. E. Stan Kroenke. I've never trusted anyone with an initial for a first name. E. Give me a break. But I've done a little research, and I think I know what the E stands for.
Uh-oh.
You want to tell everybody what E stands for?
These people do not need to know what my E stands for.
Now, folks, you're not going to believe this, but E stands for Enos.
What? Enos.
Enos.
Yes.
What is he doing?
What is Vince has lost his fucking mind.
He has run out of things to do for his wrestling.
I love
for
this.
his wrestling.
Wrestle.
No, he's giving it. He's socking it to him. Is what he's doing.
Well, he certainly is.
They should have spent a total of 2 minutes on this thing, not half of Raw.
Oh my God. Enos. Enos, look at you. How could your parents have done that to you? Enos. My God, there he is, folks. A life-size version of Enos. That's what you are. You're an Enos. You're an Enos.
He's doing the Vince impression.
What is he doing, Sam?
You're an Enos.
Stephen S. from Bayshore, wrestling just fucking sucks.
Come on, he was great.
Yeah. Out of everything going on, he can't get a cool storyline going with this wrestling thing. He has to, focus on this obscure thing that happened.
It wasn't obscure. It was all over the news.
It was barely in the sports section of the papers. Look at the dumb wig he's got.
And he does look like one of the wrestlers that perhaps...
That's him.
No, that's not him, Sam.
Isn't that the Brooklyn Brawler in a hairpiece or something?
And look at the crowd. It's like booing. They're holding up boo signs. Kroenke fears McMahon. Like, they really care.
Yeah, they do.
He probably doesn't realize he's making a fool out of Stan Kroenke.
Well, here we go. And then Vince makes more jokes about his name than shoves Kroenke.
Enos rhymes with Venus.
Yes, it does.
You thought I was going to say something else, right? That Enos was going to rhyme with genius, but we know you're not a genius, more like an imbecile, along with the rest of your staff. But I think I figured it all out. The problem is that you have an acute case, maybe even a terminal case of, and let me make sure I get this right, Enos envy.
What?
But it doesn't matter what your name is. All that matters is you disrespect WWE fans.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
And quite frankly, you probably think that you can push around the WWE universe. But there's a problem with that. You see, when you push the WWE universe around, they push back.
And then he pushed him. And then he pushed him, and he fell.
Oh, damn. And he fell?
Yep.
And now what? Is that it?
That's the
As
end.
he's putting the wig back on his head.
Was that a wig?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a giant wig. And that guy is a wrestler that's low in the ranks, probably, trying to make a name for himself in the WWE. And Vince is very proud of himself for having pushed the fake Kroenke out of the ring.
That's right. Next time, maybe he will live up to his end of the bargain.
Right, it's bad business.
Right.
Did anything happen to Vince on his way to or from the ring?
No, he ended up safe.
Oh, he
actually did.
No explosions, no falling equipment, nothing happened?
He exited the ring safely.
Wow.
And made his way to the backstage area.
All right. Good to hear.
Wow. But that's the end of that storyline, hopefully.
I think so. I mean, it was all about, last night.
Stan Kroenke signs.
Well, they didn't like him. The WWE universe doesn't like Stan
No,
Kroenke.
they handed out the Stan Kroenke signs to these animals that go to these events.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they did not.
Yeah, exactly.
They wouldn't spend time making Stan Kroenke signs for
Why would
for
they?
a wrestling event.
I would if I was in LA going to Raw.
They looked to see who's sitting close to the ring and said, "Here, could you hold this dumb Stan Kroenke sign?"
Hold the Stan
Vince
Kroenke
insists that
sign.
we do this whole thing, and none of us want to. But maybe if we, get some cool signs to the audience, it'll look all right.
I think he came across pretty well on TV.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, did you get the Enos envy thing?
I didn't get what Vince was going for 8 times with that cheap dick joke.
He was very clever with it.
Penis.
Really working around the word penis. Sam.
Yeah, is that what it was?
He's brilliant.
Oh, I didn't even realize till you said that.
The old Vince would have just came out and said penis.
Yeah. Now kiss my ass.
But now we got too many corporate sponsors, so we can't just say penis anymore.
They should have him buff his ass and kiss it.
Yeah.
Well,
like
it's
the
TV,
good old days.
It's TV PG now.
What was it, TVM?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be
At least
TVM
TV
again.
14.
Why are you still
sure.
watching if it's a PG show now?
Well, PG doesn't mean it's only for kids. It means kids can watch along with adults.
And what are you considered?
I would be in the adult category.
That could be debated.
I can rent a car.
Do you have a credit card?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I
Just
do have a
wondering.
credit card.
All right.
Anthony from Vegas writes, Sam needs an
Enos in his anus.
An Enos. That's what the E stands for. God, I wonder what that meeting was like. All right, letter E. Let's go, guys. What can we say the E stands for?
Yeah.
Extremely stupid. No, that doesn't work.
Evil.
Egocentric.
Yeah.
That's good. Wait a minute. How about penis? But that sir, there's an E. Shut up. I'm going to say Enos. They'll all know I mean penis. It's brilliant, Vince. I know.
Whatever you say, Vince.
Then he ran with it.
And then he just
One guy stood up and said, you're a bit obsessed with this dumb thing.
Shut up or you're
Right.
He made him look like a real Enos out there, though.
Oh, Sam, of course he did.
All right.
Oh, God.
Can you take your Vince McMahon stuff and go home for a while?
Just take your discs and leave the room.
Please leave.
Until the next Vince McMahon story.
Oh, can't wait.
There he is, look! I told you this was a big story. There he is on MSNBC. In your face, everyone. It's big news.
Wow, look
It
at
is
this.
big news.
Why are half the wrestlers in Lakers jerseys and the other half in Denver Nuggets jerseys?
And they're all white. You know, this isn't a real
Yeah,
team.
yeah, what happened there? Oh, my God.
The Big Show can't play basketball. Why is he in
No.
a Denver Nuggets jersey there, Sam?
They did their version of the Lakers. The good guys dressed as the Lakers, and the bad guys dressed as the Nuggets.
How about
last
you
night.
just nothing to do with basketball?
Yeah, how about you just watch the basketball game, which was on yesterday?
Look at her face. She was dumbfounded. The anchor, the girl, was dumbfounded watching this.
She's a chick. She doesn't get wrestling.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Dumb girl.
Blue Healer from Kentucky writes, not to repeat Stephen S. from Bayshore, but wrestling fucking sucks. It's
Then
coming
why-
in a lot.
Why is MSNBC covering it then?
Sam, you got to give up.
Why?
We gave up. What year did we give up? Around 2000? I think I might have made it to 2001.
I still like Vince, though. I love what he does. I think it's hysterical.
Yes.
I love when Vince gets injured.
I'm not some fair-weathered wrestling fan.
No, you're not. You've been through all the highs and lows.
Right.
You know, it's a cyclical thing.
You're waiting for it to get edgy again?
Oh, it's gonna go through a high again. It goes in cycles.
Yeah, of course.
It was
Isn't
big
it-
in the 80s.
Isn't
and
it true that they now have a pay-per-view every 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks?
They do have more
Remember when the
pay-per-views.
pay-per-views for wrestling were, they did one a quarter?
WrestleMania.
One a quarter. It was like 4 a year. You
Yeah.
got excited for the big wrestling pay-per-view.
Then they had the big battle royale.
Well, they
thing
had
where
Royal Rumble,
Royal Rumble.
WrestleMania,
Yes.
SummerSlam, and Survivor Series.
that was it.
And then they went to 6, I think. They went, you know what, 4 is, let's do 6.
Yeah, then they went like just putting Raw on pay-per-view.
No,
Yeah,
it's still a big, exciting
And
event.
then you fast forward, now they did one a month.
yeah.
Now Sam is telling me that they have figured out a way to squeeze it so there's more than one a month.
How
They do like 16 a year,
See,
I think.
Now they're up
Here's
to
the-
16.
Here's the whole thing, though. It was cool to watch a storyline develop over months and not be resolved until that pay-per-view. That's where like the big payoff was. How could you get a storyline and have a payoff after 2 weeks?
Because everybody knows any good pay-per-view match needs three rematches on the next 3 pay-per-views with different
rematch.
stipulations.
No.
Yes.
Vince is just trying to make as much money as
Oh
he
yeah.
can.
I want
As
to
he
drain every room I can. Drain the rooms, you heard me.
How much is
Don't make me look like an Enos.
Wait, let me do the math. 'Cause,
Yeah.
most wrestling fans, They don't have a lot of money. Is it safe to say?
Sure.
Let's do another pay-per-view.
Vince, we just did one last night.
I don't care. Run another one tonight.
16 pay-per-views. How much is a pay-per-view?
They're around like $35 a piece. WrestleMania is like $50.
Oh, of course, it's the best.
Yeah.
So let's call it 30 would be $480, right? And then you add another 5, which is what, another 50, 80, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's expecting his fans to pay $560 a year?
That's a good amount. That's fair. For all the entertainment.
That's a lot of money for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then we got to go out and buy all the DVDs.
Right.
Those are $20 a piece.
And then, like you said, WrestleMania is there's a few pay-per-views that have to be a little more than the 35, right?
Well, WrestleMania is the big one. I think maybe some of them are a little more, but WrestleMania is...
So it's safe to say $600 a year.
Yeah,
if you're a true wrestling fan and you want to keep up on what's going on, you have to spend $600 a year.
And you should.
Wow.
You should.
That's a lot of money.
He is raking in some cash, huh?
Plus the magazine. Who would subscribe to a magazine?
Who wouldn't?
Sam?
Yeah.
What's the magazine thing?
It's probably, I don't know, it's probably...
What's in there?
What's in the magazine?
Yeah,
all the latest news and pictures.
But
and
isn't that just
columns?
But is
it just stills?
Coloring book.
Is it just stills of the pay-per-views?
Yeah, it isn't stills of stuff you've seen.
There's columns and opinions and things.
Activity pages.
There's no, because that's WWE Kids magazine. That's a different
same thing.
No, it's a different magazine.
No, it's all in the same magazine.
They have a kids
it's
magazine.
It's called the magazine about wrestling.
No, that's not true, Danny. You don't know.
There's pullouts that you could put up on your wall.
You don't read wrestling magazines. You don't know.
No, well, no, you and Eric have them sent to the studio. I've seen them plenty.
How much money do you spend on wrestling? A month.
It's incalculable. I don't know, because I mean, you got, your live events here and there, pay-per-view at least one a month, sometimes 2 a month.
And then you go to all the local signings, and
got to go to all the signings.
That used to be free.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Now everyone needs money for their autograph. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't understand that one.
Well, that's the pro wrestling retirement plan. Just go on as many autograph signings as you can, because there's no retirement.
Yeah, well, when you see big stars at the what is it, the Chiller Convention and all that, like Chiller, what is it called, Chiller?
Yeah, Chiller Theater
or whatever.
Convention.
I don't understand. Who started the "I'm going to charge for an autograph" thing?
Yeah.
Was it the dopey baseball players?
One of my favorites right there.
What?
The picture of Virgil. Virgil's wrestling superstar, it says, Virgil, and there isn't even anyone near his booth.
Is he sitting there by himself?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
He is like just sitting. Look at this.
How much money did he make?
Virgil is a sad guy. I met him.
No one there.
I met him at a signing, and as the conversation continued between the two of us, he decided to try to keep raising his prices. So, I said, hey, how much is it? And he goes, oh, it's just $15 for an autograph. And I was like, okay. And I go, okay, can I get a picture? And he goes, yeah, sure. And he took a picture with me, and he's like, okay, so that's $25 altogether. And I was like, okay. And he was like, all right, who do you want me to make the autograph out to? And I was like, did you say Sam? And he goes, okay, to Sam, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, so 30.
What? You must have really just looked like a sap.
Well, there was nobody on his line. I felt bad for him.
Oh, God.
How much did you spend on Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan. Well, here's the thing. I got a good deal on Hulk Hogan. He was in Armonk, New York.
Where the hell is that?
That's in Westchester.
All right.
All right. It was $100 for an autograph ticket. And it's just $100 to get something signed.
What the fuck is this son of a bitch trying to pull?
He's going through a divorce. He needs some money from some.
He doesn't need any money.
Here's what
I don't get fucking charging money for an autograph.
But
$100.
These fucking baseball assholes do that.
Yeah.
What's the minimum salary in baseball? They're all multimillionaires.
I think it's about $650. I think $650,000 a year.
But I got.
But those are the people that no one wants their autograph yet.
Right.
So it's the guys that are all-stars that are charging for autographs.
They gave me 2 autograph tickets by mistake when I only paid for 1.
Whoa!
So right there, split in half. Now you're talking about a pretty good deal. And then...
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah. And then when I got to him. I asked him to take a picture with me, and he did it for free. So $100 for 2 autographs and a picture.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be 1 autograph.
Right.
We're gonna tell him. He's gonna shake you down for another 100.
I want my money.
No.
I want my money, brother.
Right.
I got him to sign my chair.
Isn't that disgusting?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's charging $100 for an autograph?
$100.
He's a nice guy. We've had him on the show. We like him, but
There is
what
no
the fuck?
fucking reason
that guy's
anyone should charge $100
how
for
much you
an
think Hulk
autograph.
Hogan is worth?
It's more often
Not
with
$100.
with those signings.
No, I mean in life.
Oh. Yeah.
He's got to be pushing what? 50,
go
60
up.
million?
with those signings, they usually have an appearance fee. So where the place they're appearing at, like he was at Last Licks, which is an ice cream / sports memorabilia store.
So the only way a place that size can afford to get him in there is to charge that kind of
Right,
money.
so this place pays him whatever his fee is, and then that place is the one that charges $100 an autograph to make up their money. So if he charges $10,000 for an appearance, they pay him $10,000, and then they set the prices for autographs.
And he gets none of the autograph money. He just gets there for showing up.
That's what it sometimes.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's percentage or.
He probably gets more, $150 for a sign 8x10. Hogan charged $175 to sign an item, and then $100 per photo.
Not at the one I went to. It was just $100 for
Let
whatever.
me say hi to Nick in Maine.
It's crazy.
He points out the obvious for everybody. Nick, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing, guys? Yeah, the reason why this is all happening like this is because I don't remember if it was the 70s, I think it was the 80s when the collectibles craze started, and people turned their whole, businesses are just surrounded by these autographs, and it's kind of like the music industry when you're downloading music and the artist ain't making any money out of it. Well, people were making tons and tons of money just on these guys' autographs, and they were free autographs at the time, and now these guys are saying, hey, you know what? If everybody else is going to make money on my signature, why shouldn't I? And that's what they're doing.
Well, that's the obvious reason, and I understand when old-time athletes do that. Like, when I see guys who played baseball in the 70s doing it, and their big salary was less than $1 million bucks a year.
They didn't make a lot of money playing ball.
Yeah, and all these years later, you see players making fucking $15 or $18 or $25 million a year, and there's guys that maybe made $150,000 or $200,000 back then.
Yeah.
Like, I had no problem if a guy like Goose Gossage, I don't know what he made, but a guy like that charging for autographs. But it's like when you're making the amount of money these guys make now and you're still charging, it's just gross. But just personalize everything. Like, a lot of guys won't sign unless they personalize.
Because that really fucks up.
You can't sell it, Dear Danny. Nobody wants to buy that on eBay unless it's fucking Babe Ruth.
I got a Dirk Jeter ball.
I got one signed to me.
But it says Opie, so if there's another Opie out there that wants a Dirk Jeter, signed baseball, I'll give it up. I hate the Yankees. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this thing.
Just save it in case he has a sex scandal.
Yeah, you never know. Good idea.